Hi everyone, Abby Steele here. Just wanted to come and tell you about some new Rocket Phonics reading books that have just become available to purchase this summer that people might be considering to top up what they've got. So let me show you these fab new books. Here we go. So this is a top up of 18 new books, 6 at pink, 6 at red and 6 at yellow levels. Here are the pinks, pink C's, these come in at, so they're at the higher end of the pink level. Duck and the Rocket, Let Us In, the Cat Naps, the Cactus Man, Lemon Muffins, and Red Robin and the Kitten. So what does pink C level mean? Well, across the top of the screen, these are the bits of code, the letter sound correspondences that are included at pink C level. So it's like a revision of all of the things that children have learned through the pink levels. You can see there the tricky words, the, to, I, go, no, and into. And Pink C particularly focuses on revising and practicing everything they've already learned, and then particularly practices 2-syllable words and words with double letters. So things like ticket, pocket, sunset, rabbit, parrot, and carrot. Corresponds to the end of phase 2 from the old Letters and Sounds 2007. And in the Rocket Phonics teaching program, this would be from week 12 that you can access these books. So all of our Rocket Phonics books contain inside, front and back cover teaching notes, so useful things for adults in schools or for parents that are reading with children as well. And some other useful features, we always have dyslexia-friendly pastel coloured papers. Really clear labelling so they're easy to sort out into your book boxes, and a little bit of blurb for the children to introduce them to the concept of a blurb as well. So very briefly, I want to tell you about each book. This is Duck and the Rocket by a fabulous author called Katie Dale. Cat, Duck and Puffin are planning a trip in a rocket, but when Duck stops to buy lemon muffins, he drops his ticket. Will the rocket leave without him? Let Us In, also by Katie Dale, a twist on the traditional tale, The Three Little Pigs. When wolves, Magnus and Russet, tap on the ducks' doors, they are not welcomed inside, of course. But then the ducks realise that all that huffing and puffing was not quite what they thought. The Cat Naps, another one by Katie Dale. The cat decides to take a nap, but not in his own basket. His nap causes an amusing chain reaction of animals napping in each other's homes. Will there be a place for everyone? The Cactus Man by another fabulous author, Zoe Clark. Nan's cactus has outgrown its pot, so Meg and Nan set off to see the Cactus Man. Will the Cactus Man be able to help Nan? Lemon Muffins by a new up-and-coming author called Victoria Gorton. Tarek and Hala are making lemon muffins. When Hala puts the muffins in the oven, they don't cook. Did Hala forget to do something that is needed to cook the muffins? Red Robin and the Kitten by author Tristan Evans. A red robin lands on a basket of carrots in the garden, but the robin is spotted by a kitten who starts to approach. The kitten runs to the basket, but knocks over a bucket which lands on top of him. So now these red books, these are at red C level, which same as with pink, being a kind of consolidation vision at the end of that pink level, this is the same idea. Red C comes in at the end of the red level as a consolidation, some extra practice before children are ready to move up into yellow. So we've got Cut and Stick, Quick Quentin, Scoot and Toot, the Heron and the Gong, the Stuck Ship, and the Big Stink. What does red C level mean? Well, here you can see the pieces of alphabetic code, the phonics that are in red C level. It's a consolidation of everything at red A and red B. The next batch of tricky words, he, she, we, me, be, was, my, you, her, they, all, and are. There's a focus in each book on 4 letter sounds. So we pick 4 and make them the focus to really help with the consolidation. And you'll recognise, if you're familiar with the old Letters and Sounds 2007, that this correlates to the end of phase 3. And we include here a few of the consonant blends and clusters that would have traditionally been in phase 4. But if you know Rocket Phonics, you know that we bring some of that a little bit earlier to make it a smoother transition. If you're using the Rocket Phonics teaching programme, you would be able to access these books with your children from week 24 of teaching. Cut and Stick by fabulous author Claire Bristow. Inspired by the 3D cardboard artwork projects of the artist Darryl Wakeham, a simple step-by-step instruction text to show readers how they can make their own cardboard rocket. Quick Quentin by a lovely author Katie Dale. A funny story with an important message about haste. When Quick Quentin goes to fetch fresh water for his sheep, he rushes and loses all his water. Luckily, it rains and his bucket and the trough fill up. The Stuck Ship, another one by Katie. Asher, a merboy, spots a ship that has become stuck on the reef. He tries to help, but needs help himself from a sharp-toothed friend. Can Big Tooth help Asher move the stuck ship? Scoot and Toot, another one by author Claire Bristow. A simple recount about friends meeting up at a scooting track. Lots of scooting and tooting and dashing and zooming, but who will be the quickest? The Big Stink by Katie. Josh and Ling can smell something stinky. They set off on a search inside and outside to find the source of the pong. Eventually, they discover that the culprit is a skunk. The Heron and the Gong by fabulous author Gillian Powell. Based on a simple traditional tale, Min Jun helps to protect a heron's nest from a pesky fox, but it means that he misses his duty ringing the gong. Fortunately, the heron repays Min Jun by ringing the gong for him. And then finally, the new Yellow Plus reading books, same concept, comes at the end of the yellow level to consolidate and revise everything so far, ready before children are moving on to the blue level. My Little Sister, Flowers in the Shower, Cricket Winners, Carl's Owl, How Is It Now, and Thunderbolt and Lightning. So here are the phonics, the pieces of code, letter sound correspondences at Yellow Plus level. We have the tricky words, someone, said, come, do so, were, when, have, there, out, like, little, and what. Again, we focus on 4 GPCs per book, 4 pieces of phonics per book to help the children really consolidate them. And this correlates, if you're familiar with letters and sounds, to phase 3/phase 4. So we're still doing some of the old phase 3 phonics, but we do now have some of the phase 4 constructs, those consonant blends and clusters. And if you're teaching our phonics program, these books would be accessible to the children from week 29 of teaching. So coming up towards the end of the reception year group. Carl's Owl by the lovely Gillian Powell. A hybrid illustrated photographic recount about Carl and his dad who go out for a trek around the farm. On their outing, Carl discovers an owl pellet, and Dad helps Carl learn about barn owls. I love barn owls, it's one of my favourites, this one. Flowers in the Shower. This is an absolutely beautiful book by the lovely Zoe Clark. Nish has some seeds, but there is no garden space near his high-rise apartment block. So Nish puts a little pile of soil and his seeds in the corner of his bathroom shower. The seeds turn into flowers that end up turning the entire apartment block into a garden. Thunderbolt and Lightning, also by Zoe. When it is dress-up day at school, Cass and Max are frustrated that they cannot dress up as their favourite superheroes. The children must dress up as something from a book. So Cass and Max plan to ensure that their superheroes are indeed characters from a book. My Little Sister by the very talented Anne Glennie. Cameron has a little sister called Flower. Flower is a pain. She howls, takes up space, and takes all her parents' attention. Fortunately, when she grips Cameron's finger, he realises that she is a rather fabulous baby sister. How Is It Now by the lovely Claire Bristow. This is a retelling of the traditional tale, The Little Red Hen. The farm animals moan that they would like something different to eat for lunch. To begin with, they aren't prepared to help Brown Cow make it, but they soon see the error of their ways. And Cricket Winners by the brilliant Emma Anthony's over in Australia. Scarlett, Harper and Ming are taking part in a cricket match. The team has been training hard, but is it enough to win the match? It is a close call, but the blue team is successful. So hopefully you will agree with me that those are a lovely batch of books, and I wanted to take the time to sort of tell you about them in a little bit more detail, because I think when it comes to phonics decodable readers, there isn't enough celebration and acknowledgement of how fabulous these stories are. Sometimes people confuse decodable phonics reading books that children might take home in their book bags or read in class, and then they'll talk about and then reading for pleasure books, meaning library books or books that the children have chosen that they haven't been directed to choose. And it really saddens me, because actually our decodable phonics reading books are the first great example of reading for pleasure. This is us instilling that love in children. So I think that we need to see our decodable phonics readers as reading for pleasure books as well. And that's why I think we need to talk about the actual content of the stories rather than just here's a batch of books that are ready. So if these books interest you, you may already be in contact with your representative from Rising Stars, but if not, you can go through the website to order or to speak to them. Of course, if you are a parent looking at this and you just want to order one or two, you can go to somewhere like Amazon and other great booksellers, independents, places like Peter's Booksellers that people are often familiar with. They're a great place to buy them too. So there we go. See you later.